You know, I used to hate this sentence. And it came from people who already had money. But for me, when I was younger, money seemed like the solution to everything. And it made sense, right? All these problems, paisa to chahiye. But now, I've grown older, have a little bit of more money security, and I feel a little different about this line. So in this video, I'm going to answer 3 existential life questions. First, can money actually buy happiness? And can data actually prove it? 2, we'll look at lottery winners. The sudden rush of money surely would have brought some happiness, right? And 3, the ECV framework. You know how much I love frameworks, and I use this framework to actually answer this question for myself, and I'm sure you will be able to answer it for yourself once you actually use it. So first, let's start with a study, specifically by these 2 Nobel Prize winners on money, income, and happiness. And here's what they found. They looked at 4.5 lakh respondents and they concluded money does equal happiness. But up to a point. After you cross a certain point, the returns on happiness with money is diminishing. Matlab, it hits a saturation point. In the US, this number is $75,000 a year. So if you convert that to PPP for India, that's roughly 1 to 1.5 lakh rupees per month. Uske baad, if you make more money, the returns on happiness does diminish. This study actually became the go-to place to understand the correlation between income and happiness. But if you think about it, in the last few decades, India's GDP has gone up a lot. So we have become richer, but statistically, at least according to this report, we are not happier. So at 01, instead of just looking at all the pros, we also try to find a way to disprove it. So while they were disproving, like we always do, they found another paper, this one, which is saying कि कोई saturation point नहीं है. So data in India, in America, in Europe, in Australia, we could not find any research which gives a black and white answer. It's still pretty grey. So we said, ठीक है, अगर quantitative analysis में we can't find an answer, let's look at some real life examples. And we did. We found some answer with this lottery winner. So 1978 में, there was this really crazy study. There were 2 sets of people. The first set, actually, let me draw it for you. Lottery winners. Lottery winners who suddenly got rich. Suddenly is very important. And the second group of people, accident victims. Accident victims who lost everything because they were paralyzed because of that accident. So as you can see, these were extreme cases. How did they view life? Was there despair? Were they excited? Were they very depressed? So this is what happened. With the accident victims who lost everything, they were actually really sad at the time when compared to a normal control group. However, when you talk about the future, their rating was as good as a normal person, as in the control group, which meant that although they were sad right now, they returned to baseline. Now let's look at the lottery group. So the lottery group who made suddenly a lot of money. आप सोचो आपके पास suddenly आ जाए 1 crore रुपए. Amazing, right? So this is what your happiness index will look like. Your personal happiness will be here. Happy, you have the money. But you know, after 18 months, all these people were not so happy. So this over here basically became normal again. So whatever extreme emotion they felt, that returned back to normal after 18 months. But why did this happen? Your brain is designed to normalize your environment. This, my friends, is called the hedonic treadmill. It's aspiration. मुझे ये चाहिए, if I get this, I'll be happy. And you feel very happy when you actually acquire it, no doubt at all. But any materialistic thing, scientifically, if you buy it, you use it, you'll be happy. After some time, it turns to normal. The hedonic treadmill is the problem, but it's not like a treadmill. It's more like weird stairs. Take a look at this. Imagine that this is your current happiness baseline. I know you can't see the bottom part, but this is your baseline. And then you want something. Let's suppose it's a 20% salary increase. Once that's done, you actually come back and this is now your new baseline. Then you want another increase. And this is now again your new baseline. And every time you go up in life, you have a new baseline that is higher. And this leads to something called lifestyle creep. Because your salary goes up by 20%, you spend another 20%. So this happiness that you're experiencing is short term, and in the long run, you will not have enduring joy because good and bad times will happen in all cases. The point is, how can you actually be happy longer? And the ECV framework actually answers this. It answered for me, and it will answer it for you. The ECV framework comes from this doctor right here. He's done a research paper on to do or have. That's the question. And believe it or not, Maroon 5. And there is a proper study on this. So December 2024, me and Swati find out that Maroon 5 is playing in Mumbai. And that's the band we love. And when we first met, we bonded over those songs, right? Like, you know, those songs. So we said we have to go. So we booked our tickets, booked the hotel, got the most expensive tickets because, you know, we're also reminiscing 15 years of being together. So he said, we'll get the best platinum lounge tickets. And I think they were supposed to be on stage at like 7 or 8 or something. Hum log bhai 5 baje pahunch gaye. It was totally empty. No one was there, but we were so excited. We reached. The platinum lounge is very nice. It's open. There were unlimited drinks. There was unlimited food. We found out that the platinum lounge is very far from the main stage. And we were just waiting, right? And it's an empty ground. And I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, if I have come all the way to Mumbai with my wife and I want to enjoy this, I should be there, right? So we casually walk through the ropes and go to the lower tier areas, which are closer to the stage. Wahan pe you don't have free food, you don't have access to drinks, etc. Which honestly, I don't care. I wanted to see Adam and all these guys play our favorite songs. So when we stood there, Swati's like, I know we paid for those expensive ones, but kya yahan khade ho jaye? We stood there just to be the first people standing and to be closest to the stage. And dhire dhire, the entire place got full and we were standing right there and we had the best tickets, but we were standing in a lower tier because we wanted to go there for the experience. Now we freaking enjoyed ourselves. I made a bunch of friends aas-paas and I said, Dekho, I have these tickets, food and drinks are free. I would go inside, they would hold my place, I would bring the drinks for all of them and they would keep our seats. And seats kya, standing area. Then something amazing happened. As we're enjoying all of the music and it was so worth it. This lady starts walking to us from inside the pit. And she walks in and yahan pe, there were all these famous people over there and some pop stars and they were much closer. And I don't think you could buy those seats. I think, I don't know, some special pass, right? And this woman walks to us and there are hundreds of people standing, right? It's a huge place to stand. And she looks at Swati, she's like, you. Swati's like, me? She says, you. Here's the pata nahi kaun sa band. And Swati wore it. And she walked in and now she was like touching the stage. And she was partying with all these people. I think Arman Malik was next to her and she didn't care about that. She was just dancing. And I'm telling you this story, why? Because research that he did basically says, here's how memory works. When you buy something, you'll be happy momentarily. But dhire dhire, the pleasure of owning that thing drops. This is what you want to do. Instead of owning stuff, you want to experience stuff. The experiential CV. And studies prove that experiences last, even though they're a few days or 5 days like a vacation, they last way longer in your head than owning, say, a phone for 5 years. So maybe money can buy happiness if you're spending it on experiences. But then there's one more important thing. Your life is basically made of events all around you, most of which you don't have any control over. And I have, say, this event. It's a really good memory. It's a really good event. I have stories about it and I'll probably never ever forget. This is Finland with me and my wife, Swati. And then I have other events like this, which I don't want to talk about. And this forms, come here. These events actually form your life. All of this you see. You have good events, bad events, neutral events, some opportunity there, some threat here. Sabko sab kuch milta hai. You get good, you get bad, you get awful, depressing, you get amazing. So the question is, agar sabke hisse mein khushi or non-khushi hai, then how do you decide what to do with your life? It actually comes down to focus. Look at all the good things around you right now. And I also want you to look at all the awful things around you, all happening at the same time. There are two types of people. People who focus on the reds, the bad events, and they're always complaining, yaar ye nahi hua, wo nahi hua, arey meri life. And then you have the person who focuses more on the green stuff. Despite them being bad problems, he is focusing on the opportunities, the good stuff in his life right now. And this person has high energy, is always smiling, happy. So the question is happiness a choice? So I'll leave you with this. Be grateful, and I'll see you in the next episode and the comment section.